Hello and welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Woman to Woman. We are here at the end of season 4, where we have been talking about relationships. And so today, I'm going to share with you 3 things that destroy relationships. 3 things that destroy relationships. So if you're new to the set, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, your professional mentor and speaker. I won't hold you long, but I do want to share with you today 3 things that are destroying our relationships. And you may think that it's um, complicated, but you're going to be surprised at the things that destroy our relationships. Number one, the words you speak. That's right. Words that you speak factor in the issues that destroy our relationships. As simple as that. We say things that are hurtful, and we say things that are minimizing and demeaning and disrespectful. And just as I say the words that we speak, what about the body language? Those words that speak, those silent words that speak louder than the voice. It really makes a difference in how our relationship is able to either move forward or regress and just dissolve at the words of our mouth. What about the words that are not even spoken? Many of us in our lifetime, we're silenced in our voice. And so our relationship crumbles up under the words that we're not even able to speak. So the words we speak. Are you speaking life into your relationship? Are you speaking positivity into your relationship? Are you speaking hope into the relationship? Are you speaking love into the relationship? Are you speaking peace into the relationship? All of those things matter. The words you speak. I know that you've heard that saying, the power of life and death lies in the tongue. In many ways, that is more true than ever. Your words have power. Your words are powerful. Think about any relationship that was in trouble. Think about what you did to help bring life and vitality back into that relationship. Think about those relationships that didn't make it. Think about the words you spoke over that relationship. It makes a difference. And I know some of us, we say, well, I spoke good things. And I did all that I could to make that relationship work, and it just didn't. It just crumbled. It just, you know, which brings me to number 2. Your actions. Your actions can destroy the relationship. Man, I bet we didn't even think about that. Because our actions sometimes line up behind our words. And it's just a double whammy. It's just more fuel on the fire. So we begin to line our actions up with what our partner does, with what our children does, with what the people on the job are doing, with what the people in the church are doing. And so we begin to act out and react. So not only are we speaking words to break down and destroy the relationships, but now we have our behaviors and our actions on board. We're reacting to everything. You've been out all night. Now I'm angry. Now I'm giving you the silent treatment. Now I'm burning your dinner, so to speak. Now I'm going out and stepping out and out all times of day and night. Now I'm hanging out with the girls. Now I'm at the clubs. Now I don't want to have anything to do with you. Now I shun you. I don't want you to touch me. I'm sleeping on the couch. The things that we do factor in the destruction of our relationships. What about on our jobs? Well, now we're not going to do that. That's not my duty. That's not my job. We begin to nitpick. And so these things destroy our relationship. So now people can't depend on us. People can't trust us. And now the hurt and the damage that was already done within the dynamics of the relationship is now impacted, not only by our words that we speak, but now our actions. And then last but not least, number 3, our thoughts. And you think, man, how in the world does my thoughts factor in the destruction of my relationship? Think about it. The mind, the heart center, the brain controls your control center up here, everything about you. Anything that you say is a thought first. Anything that you do is a thought first. This mind is so powerful that it manipulates you and pulls your strings like a puppet. And the very reason our thoughts are more destructive than the actions and the words that we speak is because we play it over and over and over in our minds first. And so we've already set up the battleground. We've already played the war zone over and over and over in our head. And the problem with many of us, we don't have enough discipline and self-control to constrain those thoughts. So we think if we say it, if we think it, we do it, we think it's okay. And so it destroys our hope because it's driven by our emotions. It's driven by our feelings. And so now I'm hurt. This mind goes to work and tries to counter that, tries to top that. Because it doesn't feel good. And emotionally, we're over it. And sometimes, because of the thoughts, because we haven't renewed the thoughts, because we haven't allowed that mind an opportunity to wind down and relax, we have all this garbage that we've watched on social media, The Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop. What are some of the others we like to watch? Scandal. They got all kind of have and have-nots. Days of Our Lives, All My Children, Bold and Beautiful. Some of those older shows that Dallas Dynasty, all of that good old stuff that we like to watch. Greenleaf, Empire, that has clobbered up our mind music videos, which I'm guilty of that. I've been listening to the music and stuff, and the things that the music that I had started listening to that has put in my head the thoughts. It can destroy your relationship because now you don't have sound instruction, you don't have sound discipline, you don't have sound principles to control the thoughts. And so your mind is just all over the place. So when things occur in your relationships, you begin to speak, you begin to do. In this mind, these thoughts are just going crazy and you don't know what to do. So instead of fixing it or giving it life or helping it to thrive, you destroy it. You do more damage. Just 3 things. Think about it. If you're spending too much money, you thought about it first. When somebody questioned you about it, you got angry, you spoke some things, and you went and you spent money that you shouldn't do. Your thoughts, your words, and your behaviors, the things you do. Think about it. When you went out and maybe you cheated or you've been out and doing something with the girls that maybe you should have spent that time at home. You thought about it. You spoke some words to your significant other about it. You done things that you shouldn't have done. 3 things that destroy your relationship. It don't matter what the dynamic is, no matter what's on the opposing side. You hold the power to keep the relationship together. The tension on your job, you thought it, you said it, and then you begin to do something as a result of it. And if it's not positive, if it's not opposite of what was done, then all we're doing is adding fuel to the fire, and the relationships crumble up under the pressures of what we say, what we do, and what we thought. It's simple. It's as simple as that. You control the dynamics of whether or not your relationship thrives. You can resurrect the dead stuff. You hold the power. And it's not about using that to try to change someone else. The power is in you for you to change your response or your reaction. That's when you know that you've done everything that you could do to save your marriage, to make the environment on your job a little less toxic, to improve the relationship with your children, to have a better relationship in the community or in your churches, to step into that role as leader. Always remember that no matter what, we can't change other people. All we can do is control and change the dynamics in which we live and how we respond to that which occurs in our lives. So I thank you for joining me here in season 4 of Woman to Woman. Stay tuned for season 5. We'll be coming real soon to share with you some more topics made by a woman, just for women, just like you. Until season 5, I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, your professional mentor and speaker. Connect with me on my link tree. There I have some free resources to share with you, ways to improve your relationships, ways you can improve your finances. I even share with you 5 home-based businesses that you can start with little to no overhead costs right there in the comforts of your own home, as well as uh, 7 things that every entrepreneur should know so that they can free up some of their time and manage their business just a little bit better. So visit my link tree. That's linktree/Anntricia Bray Smith. Again, that's linktree/Anntricia Bray Smith, and get those free resources so that it can help you begin to get control of your finances and help your career uh, go to the next level. And not only that, just like we've been talking here all season 4, how to improve on your relationships. Until next time, I am Anntricia Bray Smith, your professional mentor and speaker.